Melbourne may be known for its restaurants and cafes, but when it comes to high tea, the Hotel Windsor in Spring Street is causing a real stir. My name is Saeed Saeed, and come explore high tea with me.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Hotel Windsor.
So Grant, can you please take us through this what do we have here?
Sure, well, we'll start off with freshly baked scones. There's plain and there's also some with raisins. They've come straight out of the oven and they're from a traditional recipe. That's why they're all a little bit differently shaped, and we don't have perfectly cut round scones because they're not a traditional recipe. This is how they should look. Then moving down, we've got some beautiful delicacies and pastries, all the desserts and sweets that you can imagine, macaroons and black forest and fresh fruits all used. And then on the bottom stand we've got our finger sandwiches with the crust, of course, removed for a very dainty afternoon.
So where does one start? Does one start at the top, or can I start anywhere I like?
Well, you can certainly start wherever you prefer. We generally recommend people start with the scones just because they're fresh out of the oven, so they're nice and warm. You break them open and the steam will come out. Or you might want to start with some savoury items and then work your way up to the sweet ones at the end.
Okay, so I've been staring at this beautiful thing all day, and I really would like to start eating this. So what are some of the etiquettes involved? Is it a case of me picking up my fork and taking it straight away, or?
You can use your fork or tongs, or it's perfectly acceptable to use your hands. When you're cutting open or putting your jam and cream on the scones, use a new knife for every time so that you're not cross-contaminating with the jam and the cream. Again, we've talked about the different orders you might want to have. Even as simple as when you're adding tea or adding sugar or milk to your tea, don't let the teaspoon touch the sides of it or clink against the sides of the cup.
No clink.
Like
So no clinking.
No clinking. No, it should be very smooth, and you're folding the milk and sugar into your tea.
Any motion, or does it matter what kind of motion you're stirring the
It's
tea?
more of a folding motion than a stirring.
Sure, folding motion.
The afternoon tea at the Windsor's become basically a quintessential thing to do in Melbourne, and we've been serving it every day for over 127 years. It's about going back in time, but it's still being, whether it's a romantic date or whether it's a celebration with family and friends or a special event.